In today's video, I'm going to be reviewing the L'Oreal Brow Colour, which says it gives up to 5 weeks of cover. It's a semi-permanent eyebrow tint and it is ammonia free. Welcome back to Selfcare Karen. Selfcare Karen is all about empowering busy women to feel their best and give their best. If you'd like to know more about me, my brand, my mailing list, my shop, my website, just take a look at the video description and you can see links off to all of those things. I really love indulging my beauty product addiction on this channel, and every Friday I upload a specific video that is typically a beauty product review video. I do a lot of videos about dyeing my hair and hair care, as well as my main passion has always been skincare. So I do a lot of videos on skincare. Sometimes I do some makeup reviews and things like that, sometimes perfume. But basically Fridays is set aside for beauty product videos, related videos. And then every once in a while on a Monday, I upload a guided meditation or a tapping video. You might know it as tapping or emotional freedom techniques. So if you want to know more about that, then just visit my channel page and you will see all of the different videos that I have up. So today is going to be a review of the L'Oreal Brow Colour. I've never used this eyebrow tint before. I have been dyeing my own brows at home for quite a long time. I would say at least since 2022. And I think I started off using Eyelure, so I will link that video up here if you wanted to look at that review. Eyelure is massive in the UK. It's normally the only brand that is stocked in places like Boots for brow tinting. So I would imagine that the L'Oreal, this product I think is new on the market, and that will probably be available too in larger Boots stores. I have also tried the Colour Sport London 30-day brow tint or something. I'll link that video up here. And I also have tried the Schwarzkopf brow tint as well. Again, I will link that video up here. So 3 other brow tint videos that I've used. And I have also spoken in many of my hair dye videos and some of my empty videos that I sometimes use brow tint to cover the greys coming on my head, on my in my hair. Because it is a really effective way. It's kind of like a hack that I have of temporarily covering greys when it's not a lot of regrowth and it's just a little, and I tend to get a few grey hairs here. The reason I've got wet hair today is because I've just dyed my hair and I've done a video on it using Garnier Belle Colour. So if you'd like to see that video, I think it will go up before this one. You can see the thumbnail here and a link if the video is live. But just to say, I have a massive playlist of products that I've reviewed. I have a playlist specifically for hair care that includes brow stuff, and I will link that playlist up here. Okay, let's get back to the L'Oreal Brow Tint. So I think this is new on the market. It's I got it off Amazon. I will put the link to this product in the video description. I am an Amazon affiliate, which means that I may earn from qualifying purchases. However, this video is my honest opinion. I have not been sponsored. This is not an ad. This will give you my honest review of this brow tint. Right, I'm going to open the box and show you what's inside it. Oh, so we've got a little plastic mixing tray, I guess is what you would call it. And then there is the brow colour. I got the dark brunette 3.0, but there are other colours that you can get, like lighter brown and also black you can get, and I think they might have a blondish one as well. There is, okay, so there's the colour cream, there's the developer, so I guess I'm going to have to mix those two together. And then there is a spoolie which has got a kind of harder tip on one side and a spoolie on the other, which is kind of interestingly shaped. I don't know if you can, let me see if I can get Never know where the lens is. Okay, I don't know if you can see that very well. Let me see if I can put it in front of my hand and it might get focused on it a bit better. Anyway, that looks very interesting. Okay, and then what else do we have in here? We have the instructions. So on the outside it says up to 5 weeks with an asterisk, first result in 5 minutes, up to 10 uses. Okay, and obviously there are all these kind of warnings on the back. You really should do a patch test for the brow colour before you apply it, you know, to your brows. Do as I say, don't do as I do. Oh, it says there's a pair of gloves. You have to provide 1 pair of gloves. Oh, right, okay, so they don't give you the gloves. In this pack you will find, okay, fine, so there's the colouring cream, the developer, the mixing plate, sorry, that's what it's called, and the targeted tip and applicator brush. Okay, fine. So, let me see, God, there's a million different languages here. Yeah, it says you must do the allergy test. It can be life-threatening if you ignore it. Do it 48 hours. You do need to be very careful if you've ever had a reaction to black henna tattoos, or if you have a black henna tattoo, you may get an allergic reaction. I don't have any tattoos, but you know what? The other night, I had this really weird dream where I was like going to get a tattoo, and then I was trying to show the beautician what tattoo I wanted, and it was an emoji, the one that's got kind of like 3 stars, a big star and 2 little ones, which I use a lot in my Instagram captions and stuff like that. So yeah, it's really, and in my videos and stuff, really strange. Anyway, special precautions. Okay, I don't know where actually the instructions are on how to apply. Okay, they're on the other side. Right, so I need to, before you start, put on the gloves. I don't know. No gloves. Okay, well, I don't normally use gloves when I'm doing this. Not provided in the kit, okay. Okay, so you're supposed to mix together, open the colouring cream, pierce the opening. God, I actually find these instructions really confusing. Mixing the colouring cream with the developer. Okay, well, at least there are some pictures. So I assume it is equal quantities.
Later that same evening.
Fill the lala up to the blue top line. Okay, with colouring cream. Oh my God, because there's so many different... Blue line. What blue line? I can't see a blue line. I cannot see a blue line. Okay, where is this blue line? Oh my God, oh my God. During the use, colour may change, no impact, la la la. Okay. Oh my God, you have to go, you find English, then you go through a million languages, then you have to find English again. So it says, add 15 drops. Wipe the opening of the tube, close it immediately after 15 drops. B to C. Oh my God, this is so confusing. Okay, then you apply the mix and you leave it on for, apply a thin layer of for the brush, apply a thin layer of the product to the eyebrow hairs with brush, application on dry and makeup for your eyebrows. Okay, that is my face. Wait 5 to 10 minutes max and rinse with a pad. Okay, I will wait 10 minutes because I do have some lighter hairs in there that I really want to get brown. I don't know if you can see my brows here. They definitely need some dye. I really find it helps define my face a little bit, the features on my face, by having this. And then remove the mix with moistened cotton pads. Okay, well, I always remove it first with a baby wipe, and then if I have to go in a bit more, I remove it with either wet tissue, like toilet paper, or a reusable cotton pad that I've put micellar water on. That's kind of how I normally rinse it out. Okay, well, I'm not really clear how much of each I'm going to use, but I'm going to go for equal quantities because fill the patterned area up to the blue top line of the mixing plate. Well, what is the blue top area? There is nothing blue. I cannot see blue. Okay, anyway, I'm going to go in. So, what one do I start with? It must be this one, right? I mean, maybe what they mean, I have to open up the tube. Sorry, when I said this one, I meant, God, it's all coming out. I think it's normally the ratio, oh, this is going to be so difficult to measure, is the same quantity of the liquid as it is of the colour cream, but you never know, it might be completely different with this L'Oreal one. Okay, I'm going to go in with drops of the developer. What did they say, 15? Okay, well, let's try 15. Oh, it's quite complicated. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4,
2,000 years later.
13, 14, 15. God, that seems like a lot. Okay, and now I'm going to mix it. I think I'm just going to use a spoolie because I'm not going to use that other applicator end, I don't think. Oh, it's very liquid. Maybe I haven't got enough colour cream in here. Anyway, mix, mix, mix. So if I was dyeing my hair with it, if I was trying to do the root tips or anything, I mean, root tips, the roots, I would mix up more, a little bit more quantity. But not a lot because it's not for my whole head, it's just for where the little greys are showing. Okay, actually this actually feels like quite a lot. I think I don't need as much as this for the brows. Right, I don't know if it said that I should put like Vaseline on. I'm not going to. I find that it's just better to put it on, and if I get anything that kind of goes over, I'll have to look in a mirror because I can't see very well here afterwards, but I'll just wipe it off with a baby wipe before I allow it to develop and stain my face forever. Yeah, there's loads left. I mean, I suppose if you've got bigger eyebrows than me, you know, I grew up in the time when I was a teenager and a young adult, it was all the rage to have like really thin eyebrows. And so over the years, they've been waxed, plucked, threaded, and they don't grow back bushy anymore. And of course now, guess what? You know, people have all these kind of lamination things. I'm not keen on all of that stuff, but definitely they expect there to be more hair. It's fashionable to have a bit more hair on the brow. So kids, if you're watching, never over pluck your brows because then you can never them and get them back again. Okay, right, I think that's good. I will go and check in a mirror to make sure that application is where it should be and I've caught all of the hairs and I'm not dyeing my skin. And then I will come back in 10 minutes time and remove it, and then we can see what we think of the results. Okay, this is 10 minutes later. My goodness, that's an interesting look. Okay, I'm gonna get the baby wipes. I use these biodegradable ones from Boots ever since sort of my son was born, a bit after actually. Even though they're biodegradable, I never put them down the toilet because that's just asking for trouble. And also the word biodegradable it's not entirely clear how long it takes to biodegrade. But anyway, I use wipes all the time. They're fantastic. Even though my son is no longer in nappies, still use them every day. They're really good for food stains on furniture, I find, for a quick thing, and then for all these beauty things as well. Okay, so I think I may have got a little bit of stainage on the skin, but nothing too dramatic. And as you can see, I mean, well, I can immediately tell that I've dyed my brows. I think it really defines my face a lot better. Obviously, I'm not wearing makeup, but I just think it pulls my look together a bit more. So I am really pleased. And I really love the freedom that dyeing my brows at home give. I just, it's just so much less hassle than having to go to a salon. And it's a bit like, I dye my hair at home, but also I cut my own hair. I've got a video where I'm cutting my own hair if you want to take a look. And, I don't think it looks too shabby. So, yeah, it just saves me loads of time because I don't have to work out the logistics of getting an appointment and stuff like that. And to be honest with you, there are some beauty treatments which I adore having in the salon, like a massage, a facial, things like that. But getting my hair done and the eyebrow thing, not so much. Although I did treat myself this birthday, I just celebrated 50, to threading on my eyebrows because I've been sort of doing it myself, plucking myself, and I just needed someone to go in and redefine the shape a bit because I'm not very good at doing that. But yeah, but normally again I do that at home. Anyway, in terms of the L'Oreal brow colour, I'm not a fan of how I had to mix that up because it wasn't altogether clear to me. Maybe I just didn't read the instructions very well, but they're very confusing because they skip from one language to another rather than having a section all in English and then all in French and all in German and all of that. It's just, so it was a bit confusing. So I found that a bit difficult, but the applicator was fine. I don't think it was, oh, I've got some on my finger there. Missed that, see if I can get off the baby wipe. But I think the result is fine. I mean, time will tell if it lasts up to 5 weeks. I think that's a bit difficult to measure though, because it really will depend on the regrowth of my hair and how much they fall out and stuff like that. But for now, I am quite pleased with the results. Please do let me know in the comments if you've tried this brow colour, what you think about it, or if you have any others that are firm favourites or really didn't work out for you. It'd be really, really great to hear from you. I do want to try a professional one, just like with the hair dye. Like I said this earlier today when I was doing the Garnier Bell colour. I want to try a professional hair dye because at the end of the day, the products are going to be pretty similar, right? It's just that you've got to probably take a bit more care when you're mixing them up, and probably the instructions won't be as clear. But I think I might give that a go. So yeah, any recommendations to steer me for my next one? But obviously, the great thing about these brow colours, sorry, I was just looking around for the box, here it is this says it lasts up to 10 uses. I'll probably get a little bit less out of it because I use it, as I said, for the roots coming. But that's great value. Sorry about that. But basically, yes, if you have any suggestions, please put them down in the comments. It'd be lovely to hear from you. And thank you so much for watching today. If you've not subscribed already to my channel, please consider subscribing. If you liked today's video, please hit the thumbs up. All those kind of engagements really do mean a lot to this video because it gets served up to more people on YouTube if you do engage with it. So it would be fantastic if you would do that if you want to. And just finally, please remember that you are in perfect time. See you soon.